Let's start by setting up our Redux store. In this first snippet, we are importing the createStore method from Redux, which we'll use to create our store. We define our action type increment, which describes the action that will be performed. Following that, we create an action creator named incrementCounter, which is a function returning an action object with the increment type. Action creators make it easy to produce actions which will be dispatched to the store. Moving on to the initial state of our app, we define initial state with a count property set to 0. This is the state our app will start with. After that, we define the counter reducer. A reducer is a function that takes the current state and an action and then returns a new state. Here, we're saying if we receive the increment action, we'll return a new state object with the count increased by 1. Finally, we create our Redux store by calling createStore and passing in our counter reducer. In this snippet, we import the provider from React Redux and our previously created store. Using Next.js custom app component, we wrap our entire application in the provider, which makes the Redux store available to any components in our app. All you have to do is pass the store as a prop to the provider component. Now let's create our counter component. We import connect from React Redux and our increment counter action creator from the store. The counter component is a functional component that takes count and increment as props. It displays the count value and a button that, when clicked, will trigger the increment function. In order to connect our component to the Redux store, we define mapState to props, which takes the entire state and returns an object with the count value, allowing our component to access it. We also define mapDispatch to props, which gives us a way to dispatch actions to the store. In this case, invoking incrementCounter. Finally, we use the connect function, passing mapState to props and mapDispatch to props, and then our counter component. This makes the state and the increment function available as props in our component.